Well, welcome to my brushless conversion for the WLTOYS 124019. Do we think this is quite quick on 3S? I think we can safely say that's a yes. I'm telling you, Richie boy, this is the maddest idea you have come up with in a considerable time. Madder than this thing. This is my WLTOYS Brushless 124018 Castle 5700 kV motor. Weighs quite a bit more than the WLTOYS 124019, which I've just got in. If you thought this was fast on its first run out, I think this might be absolutely terrifying. What have we got going in this brushless conversion today? Well, providing the power, we have a Genzace 2200 mAh 50C 3S LiPo, and that is powering this Castle system, Castle Sidewinder 4 with a 6900 kV brushless motor. I figure out as this thing weighs around about a pound in weight, this motor is going to be alright for this car, but we shall see. But if it all goes to plan, I have a feeling even on the stock gearing, this thing is going to be on a mission like a rocket ship. What else are we going to use in today's conversion? Well, we're going to be using foam tyres because the speed this thing is going to be going, those stock ones are just going to blow. And what else I'm going to need? Well, I've got this motor mount. I bought 2 of these the other week. That is because this motor mount that's on the car, if you try and remove the existing motor to convert this to brushless, chances are you're going to destroy the mount or the screws on the mount. At $15 for 2, it's a no-brainer to my mind. Just apply a bit of heat using a soldering iron to the bottom here to release the thread lock on there, then take the whole motor and the mount off in one. Far easier than trying to save the original mount. So what else am I going to need? Well, we've got to ditch the stock radio because this is a combined ESC and receiver. So I'm using my trusty Dumbo RC radio. $30 buys you this radio, and it includes a 6-channel receiver with a built-in gyro that you can turn on and off and control from the top of the transmitter. Put a link to that below the video as at $30 there, one of the bargains of the century. And new receivers, only $10. Oh, and I should have said for this conversion, you're also going to need a small servo to replace the existing one, as it's a 5-wire servo, not a 3-wire one, which I need to go with the Dumbo radio. Anyway, time to get on with my brushless 124019 conversion, and we're going to test it later on this video. And if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, firstly, I'm going to change the wheels over. Okay, new wheels on. Did that at the start, so I didn't forget and blow one of the wheels when I put the brushless setup in. First job I've got to do, remove all of the electric, disconnect the top plate. Gives me nice access to remove all of the electronics. All the remaining plastic over the gears just pulls off. Now all I've got to do is remove the 2 screws to get the servo off and put heat to the 2 screws underneath this motor mount to release the thread lock on it. Then I'm going to take that whole assembly out. Well, I've removed the 5-wire servo and I saved that because they can be quite handy to have. Then we put the Savox servo in order, and I have a really neat way of mounting them. I drill 2 more holes through here and then literally zip locks the servo tie down. It's only a pound in weight, this car, so the steering servo is not having to work hard. It's not putting under a huge amount of load. Anyway, okay, the 124019 is now ready to have all the new electrics fitted. First of all, I'm going to fit the new 6900 kV motor to my new motor mount, and I've already got a new steel pinion and spur gear to fit to the car today just for test purposes. Just purely going to fit the pinion. Okay, new motor mounted up on my new mount, slides in. Gear is exactly the same as the one that went off, so I don't have to worry about the pitch. Well, the motor's in on its new bracket. Time to get my Sidewinder 4 installed. Is it going to squeeze in there? Well, it's not going to squeeze in across the car. It's going to have to squeeze in along the length there, and it's giving me just enough clearance for the holes that I need to drill for the servo. So actually, first of all, I'm going to mount the servo and see how much room I've got left in here. New servo in. Time to put in the ESC, and then I'm going to squeeze the receiver in out the back here. Okay, got my receiver in, tidied all the wiring up, just got to tidy the motor wiring on the top and fit this brace in, so let's do all that right now. Then it's off to test it with my Genzace 2200 mAh 3S pack. Well, my installation pretty much complete. So see if that wiring squeezes under the lid, but everything looks good to go. Now the one thing I would say with the Castle Sidewinder, turn my transmitter on, I expect to have to calibrate this. However, it was calibrated straight away, didn't have to do anything to it, but I will set the endpoints on it to be on the safe side and to maximise the speed. Well, I've calibrated the throttle, quick fire up, safely say this is going to be quite fast. How fast? Let's take it up to the college and see. Oh, the battery I just tested that with. Well, that was only on 34%. Okay, got all the wiring sorted out, so hopefully the body should fit down flush. The only thing I've got to do, find home for the power switch. Well, still a little bit of work to do on the cables, maybe sitting marginally higher, but overall the thing is on pretty square. So let's go see how it runs. Just remember guys, if you like what you see today, don't forget to subscribe. Well, on a not so warm or sunny Northern California day, I have brought the WLTOYS 124019 with its brushless conversion out, but it is damp and the car, even with the foam tyres on, is proving a little bit interesting on the handling. And the weather is that bad that my GPS is not picking up all the satellites at the minute, so we'll come back to that, see if we can get a speed run out of it. We'll just have a run up and down, see how well the thing handles or not. But like I say, it's a little bit of a handful on here at the minute. I'm going to dial the steering. I've got the steering dual right. Let's dial that down a bit. Oh man, I'll tell you, I think this thing this thing's got maybe 3 figures in it. With a little bit, it's going to take some feeding the power in. I think we might only get a speed run out of this in the dry. Man, it's just got so much power, it's just ridiculous. Let's feed that in. Oh man, that's going sideways. Probably at about 40 or 50. Man, definitely should be trying this in the dry, Richie. Even with the foam tyres on, got to feed that power in. This thing is gonna be like a missile in the dry. Just started to drift a bit there. But if you want to go faster than with your 144001, I'm thinking this is, oh man, that's full brakes on there. Definitely need to work on my Castle ESC setup on it. I'm going to lift that inside front. Man, I think the rubber tyres on this would be huge fun on here. As you see, it's struggling for grip even with the foams on there. But it's like slot car quick. In terms of acceleration, it's just plain crazy. Like I say, 6900KV Brushless motor on here today, which is obviously more than enough power in the wet to spit that back end out. Just a lack of, this has a huge amount of grip when I was driving it at home. On the dry. Man. It's just acceleration. Bear in mind this motor, all the power with this motor comes in at the top end. One of the downsides of the Castle Sidewinder setup is it tends to overheat on 3S, and the ESC over temperature has obviously kicked in. Either that or a flatten the battery, which would be quite impressive. Yeah, ESC over temps kicked in. I can hear it beeping. Anyway, I think this thing shows awesome potential. It's just got the stock gearing on board here today. I am going to do a speed run as soon as the weather clears up and I can get a GPS signal. Bit frustrating not to get one today, but on the other hand, I think with it being damp out here, this thing is obviously a bit of a handful and he's going to need a completely dry surface for doing that speed run. Anyway, if you don't want to miss that, and I'm sure you don't, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Well, thumbs up if you like this video guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.